Why? Why am I blowing up the audios? Oh no. Oh no.
Nothing.
Oh no. Oh no. Hi guys, it's New Guitar Thursday. I'm gonna talk quiet. Hi guys, it's New Guitar Thursday.
You are live on both Facebook and YouTube now.
I'm gonna do it right here. I'm doing it right here.
Don't hold that, John.
I'm doing it. Hi guys. I'm doing this one-handed. My own cameraman. You guys are fired. I'll do this all by myself. From now on, it's all me, all the time.
John the vlogger.
my arm will get tired really quick. Hey, they're working on video. I'm gonna turn you around. Check this out. They're working right there, getting all the stuff fixed, getting it all going. We're having an audio issue. Jason's here. It's all gonna get fixed now. Hey guys, New Guitar Thursday. As soon as they fix audio, we're gonna go through some cool stuff. Atkin guitars, Eastman guitars came in, brand new models. We'll talk about banjos. We'll talk about mandolins. Whatever you want to talk about, put it in the comments, because we're going to talk about it all. Well, my arm's going to get tired really quick doing this.
Okay, you should sound good now.
Do I should sound good?
I think it sounds pretty.
That's my favorite line. My favorite line yet is Jason says, it won't sound good right now because I'm unplugging it. That's what he said. Hey guys, it is New Guitar Thursday. I am John here at the Acoustic Shop, where we are going to talk about brand new things that just came in. Some of it we unboxed yesterday. You got to see it if you watched the unboxing, but some of you guys didn't. And then we're going to also be answering all your questions that we can in the next 45 minutes to an hour, I'm going to say. Get as much done as we possibly can. Talk about relicing guitars. Talk about things that are coming in as well. So again, if you are watching right now, please tell us where you're watching from. Tell us what you guys want to talk about and what you want to see. We want to see those comments. Go ahead.
Okay, this person did comment a while ago, that's why I'm bringing it up. But they're wanting to know if you can describe a little bit about your Zoom lessons.
If somebody can, because you don't have your mic on, I'm going to repeat it. Hinckley is bringing up comments. By the way, Janelle does have a mic. We're going to get that running here shortly as well. She's monitoring comments. Hinckley's monitoring comments. Put them in there. We're going to talk about them. Somebody asked about Zoom lessons, how it works in here. Right now, me and Jeremy are kind of scaling back, so we're not doing as much lessons right now, but we still have great teachers coming in here. Justice Ross is getting ready to start teaching very shortly. Really, really great. So here's where it works. We do lessons on a regular, it's a tuition-based lesson program. You come in once a week for a live lesson, and then we provide digital content to go along with it. There's video that'll come with every lesson, tablatures, and music to go along with it. And then you can play that at home as much as you want. It has a video player that plays in multiple speeds, changes it slowed down, speeds it up, lets you play along with it. But here's where it gets really cool. You don't miss those lessons that you can't come to, because we can either do one, a live video. For those of you who can't come here, that works really well. Zoom style, still has the same extras that we would normally run, but now you get a live lesson by way of a video conference call. It's a little bit weirder. It's not quite as nice as an in-person lesson, but still doable. And the other side is, if let's say you can't make it at all, can't do a live, can't do it, we can still assign you lessons and make that all happen. Our teachers are all great, and we do that all for a monthly tuition, and I believe right now it's $120 a month. Is it still $120 a month? I believe it is. I think that's right. So that's the same whether it's 5 weeks in that month, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it happens to be. It's just a monthly tuition. You don't have to worry about it. Easy, no questions asked, no makeup lessons. It's just, this is what it is. We're gonna go. It's like going to college, except, especially nowadays, most of the college courses are now all online anyway. So it's pretty much the same thing. Except better. Except better. You're getting a college education here. Music college education. Yeah, you are. Don't you shake your head at me. I saw your college education. It's better than your college education. Hinckley is gone. She's mad at me now. Anyway, any other questions we got before we get started?
We do have someone wondering if you've heard of a certain brand of guitar. I'm going to spell it out for you because I don't trust myself.
All right, I'm ready.
HSIENMO. Apparently they're from China, and they're modeled after Loudon and McPherson.
Never seen it. I have never seen that or heard of it. A model after Loudon and McPherson's. I would tell you that is happening a lot. There are a lot of Chinese manufacturer companies that are making exact replicas of a lot of ones. Senmo? No. I've not seen that.
One that we saw at whatever it's called,
Hosen, we did see those. Those are built out of where is that? Thailand. Yeah, Thailand. Those are really, really great guitars too. There's a lot of great guitar companies out there. It's really hard with some of these small, especially Chinese builders. There's some amazing ones. There's some not very great ones too. But the hardest part for a music store like us is convincing you, the consumer, that this is a great guitar, even if we absolutely believe in it. Because it is hard if it's unheard of and nobody's ever. We started that with Eastman. When we first started as an Eastman dealer, most dealers didn't have it, and most consumers had never heard of it because they started about 5 years before we did. And so they were a very small company, and it took forever to get people to kind of get into the Eastman name and get into what they were doing. Hard to do. Hard to do. All right. We're going to open it. All right. We're going to do it. We're in a big hurry today. All right. Atkin came in. We got some super cool ones. I want to cover all those real fast. I believe this one is the Essential OM, I'm going to bet. No. The LG 47. This is in a black finish, by the way, which they made. A heavily relic one. This one might be a little bit much for me, but I know there's a lot of people, especially Gibson fans, love the heavily relic black style LGs. But the big thing on this one is I was playing this. This is a maple back and sides, spruce top, aged spruce top, or they call it baked sounds. Sounding a small body guitar. If you're into that LG sound, this is it. We had a 44 LG2 in here. This guitar has a lot of that same tone. I mean, very, very similar in that. But the advantage of this is playability and comfort. There's something for the Relic. We got a lot of grief yesterday on some of the Relics. Some people just love it, which I'm one of. I mean, I'm not going to say love it. It has to be the right amount of Relic. I told you, for me, this is a little bit too much. But the thing that I got to explain to a lot of people, if you're wanting that aged look, you want that aged sound, but you want it to play like a new guitar and not have all the issues that a lot of those old guitars had, this is a way to do that. So it's not just about a look, but it really does give you a different aesthetic and feel, as well as a sound. So
we do have some questions coming in. Normally I'd raise my hand, but they're a little full right now.
Go for it.
When are the Luthier models going to be on the website?
As soon as we can get photos done. It's going to take a little while. Trent's out of town. Give us a break on those, but call if you're interested. We already sold one of the OMCEs yesterday, so I only have 2 of those left. The thing on this is, honestly, we don't only going to get, there's no way you're going to get more than half of those done tomorrow, right? You don't think? Do you think you're going to get them all?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Poor Hinckley's got to do it herself while doing these live streams and filming stuff all at the same time. So I don't know how much we're going to get onto the website.
I think I could probably do Atkins and Luthier series. Depends on what's priority also.
We do have a priority list. We always do that. With the new stuff, we try to put those up first and then try to catch in on the stuff that's afterwards. So most of the Atkins will probably make it. The Luthier series will probably make it. So that'd be tomorrow night. It would be my guess. This one right here, everybody's interested. In fact, there's a guy standing behind me right now. Jamie's here. He bought a D37. He wanted to come down and check out these the Atkins that came in. This is the white rice, heavily aged. The first one we have ever seen. I want to say it's only like, there's been very few of the heavily aged white rices. I love this level of relicking. This to me is right. It looks real. I've played a lot of pre-war guitars. This has the right type of factor to it. It doesn't look beat up. It just looks like it's been played. And again, if Tony's actual guitar was a 1935. It does not look as beat up as a 35. Tony's looks way more war than this, but it at least gives you that feeling like you see that across the hall. You're going to be like, hey, there's a pre-war guitar over there. I'm going to check it out. There you go. It's the white rice, heavily aged, beautiful guitar. Super cool. Yeah. Bake Sitka top on that. Enlarged sound hole. Has all the right look.
Want to do a couple more questions?
Go ahead, hit me with the next while I'm grabbing
Curious
the
why the Madagascar back and sides on the TAS guitar is so cheap in comparison to other companies where Madagascar is a huge upsale.
I'll tell you exactly what happened with the Madagascar of the TAS guitar. It's actually more expensive than the E20D MRTC, which we've got coming back in, and that's what we based that guitar off of. We built it off of that. Eastman, along with Bourgeois, Dana Bourgeois does a lot of Madagascar. You guys know it, the DB signature. In fact, we didn't grab that, did we? The DB signature that is gorgeous. That guitar is next door. Fantastic. If you haven't seen the stream yesterday, beautiful. Bourgeois does a lot of Madagascar. They had an opportunity, since they're now tied with Eastman, to buy this big bulk run of Madagascar. It was like one whole tree, like a lot of Madagascar, and only one company that I know of would have had, well, there's a couple. Martin could have done it if they wanted to, maybe, or, you know, those type of levels. But with Eastman and Bourgeois together, they made a special buy, and the idea was it was more Madagascar than Dana could use, but it was also enough that both of them could use it up. In fact, they're running on the end of it. So they got such a good break on it. The idea was to sell at a more affordable version from Eastman. That's why the E20D MRTC was born. And then that's what we turned into the TAS 58957. And that's why it's so much less, because you are correct. The exact same guitar as a Bourgeois LSH is like $9,000. I've got one. Fantastic. They are built almost identical. Same level of Madagascar. Some of the prettier stuff was definitely taken by Bourgeois, but that's why it's there. That's why it's less expensive. They can. That's it.
I feel like this is a good question for these. Does relicking affect the value down the road?
No. I can honestly tell you that. We were just discussing this. You're not going to see wear and tear that would naturally happen. If you bumped it or bruised it or did a little thing, you're not going to see that. Unlike a brand new one, if it was brand new and in pristine condition when you bought it, that first ding, that first nick is going to drop it. So I really don't believe so. It's going to be about the same value. Now the question is, now you got to find the right buyer that loves that. And that is the tough spot for me when I was buying these guitars, is going, are we going to have enough people that love it? Because there's a mix of it. So this is the Essential OM. This one's in what they call their antique finish. It does have the crackle finish, a little bit of finish checks. If you look closely, it's super light. Nitro finish on it, OM based. This one has a custom 1 3/4 neck on it, which is nice to have. So there you go, Atkin Essential OM. I'm going to breeze through these unless somebody's like, please let me know more about those. All right, hit me with another question while we're grabbing another guitar.
Are there any TAS guitars left?
They are all sold out. In fact, everybody, I've had 3 calls personally on my cell phone going, can I get me one of them? Everybody waited till after Christmas, and guess what? They're all sold out. I know there's at least 3 people on a waiting list to know as soon as one becomes available. If you're interested, that is what I highly recommend you do. Get on the waiting list and see, because there's a good chance at least 1 or 2 of those will end up coming loose. It always happens. An incident with the family, a house thing, or something like that. In fact, that OM I just played for you was a custom build that was supposed to be done. The guy had a house issue, could not continue with that guitar build, and that's why that freed up. I decided to go ahead and keep it as a build, and yeah, that's how it ended up happening.
Are there any Sinker Redwood guitars?
In the shop right now?
Yes.
Yeah, we got a couple. I'll show you those too.
I'm going to apologize. I'm going to set this down. The audio's a little funky.
Do it.
So it might be crackly for a second.
It might crackle for a minute. All right, this is the OM37.
Oh, hold on.
Shade top. Beautiful. This is probably the max of one. I still actually love this one. I saw photos of this. I think it looks fantastic.
Okay, John, you might want to repeat that one. It was cutting out pretty bad. Yeah, I'm going to just sit on the floor here.
This is the aged look that I think for me is the max of where I am comfortable. I love this particular one in the shade top. Again, it really does look like this. If you know the pre-war company, they sell tons of these, way more weathered than this. So I have less issue with this. Does have the back, a little bit of belt buckle rash. on this particular one. Rosewood sides and back, Sitka spruce top, shade top. Sounds better than I remembered it. That is, if you're looking for a guitar that is smaller, more comfortable to play, yet almost as big as a Dreadnought sound, bigger than a lot of Dreadnought sounds, that's a great guitar for you. The OM37 in a shade top, heavily aged, fantastic guitar.
In your opinion, what is the best wood combo for finger picking without a thumb pick?
That's a hard call. Man, for me, small bodies, I like Rosewood. I just do. I think it gains some of the low end back that is missing and kind of helps me out. I really do like that. So for me, a Rosewood spruce top, Adirondack especially for myself.
John, I think your mic might be out.
My mic might be out. No, this is good.
I see him on there.
Yeah. Where did you get a disconnection? We're switching. Do I need to do one-handed again? I'll do it.
No, you don't, John. No, you don't.
No, they don't like my idea here.
Keep that for a second.
Just hold the camera.
Just get the headphones off.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
Can I still hear him right now?
Can you hear me?
Okay.
All right.
Well, I don't have.
What was the
Can
problem?
you hear me? Can you hear me?
I think I might be hearing you through my mic.
Okay, let me switch it real quick.
They're gonna switch it
See what's
around.
up. Just hold this. It's pretty
You'll hear me
self-explanatory.
through that mic over there. This is the Luthier series in an OMCE. I'm doing this way over dramatic here right now. Absolutely gorgeous. We sold one of these already. Only 2 of them left. Hopefully they will make it onto there. You're seeing it on your receiver, right?
Yeah, I saw it on the receiver. That's why I'm confused.
Blowed up. We gotta buy all new gear. Everything has to be bought all brand new again. Just kidding. Just kidding. Quilted Sapele back and sides. This is a 25.5-inch scale length, which is great. It is a true OM. And they do sound good. When we get the audio back, there's probably just a cable that just got bumped. I'm betting. Money. Money. Is it on the bottom side? That cable at the very bottom? If I was going to guess, the yellow cable at the very bottom of the YOLO.
No, John.
One, two.
I am talking. How are we sounding?
Do you hear me thumping?
Good?
All right, we got it. That's the problem with eighth-inch jacks. They always break down. So the cool thing, like I said, this is the new Luthier Series OMCE Quilted Sapele. I want to say AAA grade. Looks beautiful, sounds great, very comfortable to play. Comes with the LR Bags Element VTC installed. There's only 2 of these left. We sold one yesterday, and it may not make the rest of them may not make the website. It's always a very close possibility. So that's one of the Luthier series. While we're waiting. And I'm going to go on to another one that came in as well.
Yes, I can talk for 2 seconds. How's that?
These are both LOMCEs. I got both of them over here. So let's talk about this one. Because we do have an LOO as well in that same series and a standard OM, which is really great. This is the Mandocello MDC 805. And this is just fun. Me and Liz were checking this out again today. She was doing inspections on them. And she goes, this is such a beautiful instrument. meant to be slammed. That's what it's meant to do. MDC, also available. Pick it up. Give us a call. 417-720-1223. Yes, Hinkery.
Quick, do all Luthier series have a sound port?
All Luthier series have a sound port. Quilted Sapele. Beautiful.
What's the price on the OMCE?
OMCE. Yes, exactly. I don't
like
remember.
1,500,
They're
right?
under $1,500. I know they're under $1,500.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. That's all I remember because I should have looked it up again.
Okay.
All right. Another one to see while we're answering more questions.
Looking for a 12 fret parlor. What do you recommend?
12 fret parlor.
Okay, we can switch back.
I like the parlor size, the 00 E20. There's so many of them. I like that 12 fret. We talked about that one. It's a pricey one. The Bourgeois coupe, 00 coupe, is 12 fret in a 14 fret body. Super cool guitar. If you haven't seen that video review, we did that. That's got a ton of views on it. Did you notice that, Hinkley? The Bourgeois 00 coupe, the Koa. It's like 6,000 views or something like that. So, yeah. All right, 815 varnish. This is the 815 varnish now in Sunburst. Only have one of these available. You talk about relicking. These always have this. This is, again, a thing that happens with violins. They want them to look that way. So when they do the varnish finishes at Eastman, they do the same style as they do their violins. Has a little bit of the wear and tear. Again, theirs is a very light amount of relicking, but it just kind of gives more of like a very well cared for 100-year-old instrument. That's kind of what their look and sound is. Yes, Janelle, you got anything for me?
This one has come up a couple times.
All right.
Oh, am I not on? I might have to have you repeat it.
All right,
It's
repeat it.
Quiet in one ear only. Eastman E10 SSTC or not? What's the sound difference looking for a strummer?
Looking for a difference between an E10 SS in a, was it a V or TC? TC or not? So thermal curing in general, we did a video years ago, and we've done a few since then, I think, of E10D thermal cured versus non. In general, what it gains you is a warmer, drier, more rounded sound. It's not a dramatic change, but it's enough of that. Gives you a little bit more of that pre-war tone. And that, you know, it just, for me, I say it's a go. I would definitely do it. It just kind of dries it out a little bit more, makes it less of that wet / bright top end. Now, if you like that sound, it's more of a modern sound of the non-TC. The TC version definitely gives it a little bit more of a vintage warmth, almost like, and here's where it gets tricky. People want to call it, it's like you have a 20-year-old guitar. It does not sound like you have a 20-year-old, 30, 40-year-old guitar. It sounds like a 20-year-old guitar that nobody ever played, because there is a difference. A guitar still has to flex and move and get loosened up, and it didn't do that with a TC guitar. But it does have some of that same cell lightning and all the stuff that happens. I can get into all the science later, but if you ever got those questions, let me know. But yes, for me, it's a go.
Do you have an RD342 in stock?
RD342, yes, I do. Yes. We were just looking at it today.
Really?
Yeah. RD342. I've got two of them. Adirondack spruce top. They claim this to be aged or thermo-cured. It is very lightly done. Big thing on the RD, any of these Recording Kings, we were discussing this today. They have a heavily shaped V neck. It is about as drastic of a V as anything I've ever played, including some of the 1920s Washburns, those kind of style. It is a V to the V. It is just a sharp edge dead in the center that if you love it, you love it. If you don't, you're going to hate it. Me and Tyler and Corey were playing these today. We all kind of agreed of all the RD models, this to me sounds the best. The weird part about it is I'm personally not as much into the abalone stuff. I like it. I don't love it. But again, at this price point, I want to hear what you guys think of this. To me, if I was trying to get a $1,000 or less guitar, I wouldn't be looking for one with abalone. I'd want it to be more simple. But that said, we see the 28 version of this, and I don't think it sounds as good as either one of the 242s that we have. My opinion, I'd love to hear what you guys think. I would probably not be shooting for an abalone guitar if I were looking at this price point. So.
The people want to hear that E10D TCSB.
I don't have it in here. I'll be honest, it is next door and has not been photographed or anything right now. So I'd love to tell you I'd have it and get it out for you. But it is. We did play it yesterday. No? Yes? No? Maybe? No, we played the E20D TCSB. Did not get that one out. Yep. We'll get it going. Maybe on next year. We'll do it next year. You know what I mean by that? It sounds fantastic. It sounds like a Bourgeois LSH. It's not as warm as my personal LSH, but it's definitely a lot like that. It sounds fantastic. I'm a big fan. I think it's going to be, well, I think it's going to be the most talked about model for Eastman of all next year, and they're supposed to be getting delivered very shortly. So I think they sound fantastic.
Apparently I am very quiet, so you
Okay.
don't want to repeat.
Sorry, that was, what is, I can do it. Yeah. They can see it on the screen. So yes, what do I think of the Tony Rice LSH? We call it the TAS 58957. That's what I was just discussing. Next questions?
So let me roll back a little bit.
It's a little chaos today. I apologize. We're trying to do this. Again, we keep having issues with some of our gear, so we're trying new stuff to make it work right, and then that creates other issues. But overall, I think it's going to get better. We know that the gear is right now, I think. Maybe. I'm not positive about that. Anyway, also came in was a whole bunch of TC guitars out of that batch. There is the 515s came in. There is an MD 505 BK Limited that came in the batch that I believe is available and is not a special order yet. So I do have one of those. Somebody called me about one of those last week. It is here. It will be hitting the website very, very shortly.
Vince is wondering if Corey found a mandolin case yet.
Corey didn't, I'm doubting, did you find a square mandolin Eastman case that was spare? We don't have one?
No.
Okay, we don't have one.
I talked to Vince last night
Okay.
about it, and we don't have, we have octave ones.
We have octave ones, don't have those. I'm going to try to get a hold of Eastman. Give me a couple weeks because it's going to take a while. I got an order. I'm going to put it in probably today before I leave to go home tonight. I've got some more stuff. E1 specials will come back in. I was just told the E1 OMCE specials are available, Ds as well as standard OMs. So that'll be.
Did you open up everything that you need?
I think so. There's a Blevins coming in. There's a bunch of consignments that made their way in here right now. There's so many really cool. Did you see this? We have an Eastman or a used Taylor small body 12 fret guitar. Did you take this one? Yeah. This is the 612E. Again, maple back and sides. Beautiful guitar in pretty darn good shape. There was some stuff we kind of buffed out of the back a little bit. You know what? She did such a good job. You can barely even tell. So I would say this is in an 8.5, 9 status. As far as condition, it looks really, really clean. Liz did a fantastic job cleaning this up. So yeah, a used guitar that is just, this is a good little guitar.
John,
So
can you
check
hear
out.
me in there?
Yes, I can hear you.
Does the Luthier series have a burst finish? Is it going
Have a what finish?
Does the Luthier series come in a burst?
No, what you see is what you get. That is it. They're limited as far as I know, the Luthier series, just like the limited edition specials, but that's what you see. What you see, the colors there, that's it. That's the way they're going to be. All natural, oh natural. You know what's funny is the specials, they stained the Sapele. Originally, when we saw the first prototypes of the E1 specials, they were that color on the back, and now these ones are coming in darker. Or lighter. These are lighter. Those are darker.
Can you compare the Lore and Eastman Mandos?
Which Lore and which Eastman? Because it does matter. If you're talking about the Lore, this guy right here, which is probably what they are talking about, this is the LM3, yeah, the Honey Creek 310 versus a 315. I can definitely do that. Okay, so that's the Honey Creek 310. Great mandolins, by the way, for the price. Versus a 315. My personal opinion, one, playing experience dramatically better on this. The playability jumps up a lot. Tone-wise, broader spectrum, a little more volume, but it has more low end and more high end on both ends of the spectrum. It's a little more stuffy on that one, and just the feel and playability on the 315 to me is better. Am I answering the right batch? They're not arguing whether I got the wrong mandolins or
The 500 and the YO series, Lore?
the YO series.
I think it was a typo.
It was probably. I'm not sure.
I wonder if they're talking about this guy. I have.
Up series.
Up series.
Which is the
Yep.
higher series.
Okay, this is a 520 and up.
Whatever would compare to.
Okay,
500, I guess.
this is probably. Do we have a 500? This is a good question. All right, let's see if we have it. That was a 520, LM 520. Let's see here. I got a 515 cc. I know I have one next door, standard 5. Ah. Again, exactly the same experience. Its playability is night and day, in my opinion. The tone, a broader spectrum. There's some really cool warmth to that 520, but there's a lot more frequency drive on all ends of that spectrum for those.
How does the E22 SSV compare to the E16SS for bluegrass? I kind of want the varnish.
E1
E22,
Yeah.
SSV,
versus E16.
E16.
All right, so the E16 is very bright. It's got the maple, and honestly, those are discontinued. They are not available anymore. If you're seeing them, they're in shops, but the E16 is no longer there. The E22 is the walnut. A lot more warmth just in woods, and then also that varnish just gives you so much more warmth to the overall sound. I would probably prefer the 22 over that. I would go with the varnish.
That one right there.
We have an E22. We do not have an E16.
I know, but they were talking about it.
Yeah, I have it.
Leaning towards the E22. for the varnish.
Yeah, I got one here. We can check it out. I love the inlay. Well, I guess the 16 has the same diamond inlay in it. Sunburst, walnut on this particular one. This again has the varnish finish. Some of that relicing that we keep seeing back and forth. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is, boy, there were so many people on yesterday's live that loved the relics, and then there were so many that just came out and sounded like 90-year-old guys that are like, get off my lawn. I heard so many things like, and again, if you're one of those, I'm sorry if I offend you on this, but there was so many like, these are the same people that buy jeans with holes in them or wear patterns or bleach them, and it's like, it's part of the look and style. It's very kind of popular and standard. If you like a vintage Gibson sound, this is going to be a closest you're ever going to get in this price point ever. Just really cool. They look great. There's nothing I can say to complain about the E22. I wish they still made the E20 because for me, I like the Rosewood sound a little bit better than the walnut, but this is still a great guitar. Yes.
Are we cool with maybe wrapping?
Yeah. I hear you. We got a lot of stuff going. Go ahead and hit me with a couple of questions But
Do you want to do one or two more?
give me two more questions. We'll call it a night.
Okay. Fine. I saw one. Do you prefer Yamaha LL16 or a comparable Eastman?
LL16. Do I prefer?
Or do you prefer a comparable Eastman?
We have a video. We just did this literally of the LL16. I think we did it with the 18 D18. No, with the E. Or maybe we're gonna be. Yeah. Anyway, I did my review of the LL16. My two issues, and the reason why I would choose an Eastman probably of similar woods and like an E10 DTC probably over that. The shape of that body is so big on the bottom. If you want huge low end and roary bottom end, LL16 all day long. For me, it's too much. It was a little bit uncontrolled. I like the sound of the more traditional sound. That's what I'm in tune with. That's what I was looking for. So for me, I'd go with the E10 DTC. Yeah. No, it isn't. But price point wise, you're kind of in that same range. That'll probably be the same way to do it. So that's what I would go with. E10, maybe an E6, but probably E10 DTC. Next piece.
One more?
Yep.
Oh, it just moved on me.
Somebody, it better be a good one. Guys, put them in the comments. Again, we go through this, I promise you, and try to answer as many of them as we can, so especially after the live is over now. So if you're watching right now, save your question until we go off from being live, put it on there, and I'll be looking at it. Hinkley, Janelle will all be looking at them, so we'll answer them
We have
as
a
we can.
request to play something on the RD328.
I thought we just did that. Okay. We'll do that real quick. She just called me a dink. I just got called a dink. Can you believe that? All right, I'll grab it, and then we'll close out with that. The 328. I know where it's at. It's right here. All right, here it is. RD 328. Heavy poly finish on this too, you guys. You got to get used to that. It is more similar to the Blue Ridge style guitars if you like that. There's the RD 328. Price point on these, $799.99. We're going to do some reviews on these too and tell you what we kind of think on these guitars too. There's definitely some things I like and things I don't like about them. So there you go. Guys, it's New Guitar Thursday. I know it's chaotic. We had a lot going on. We still have a lot going on. We're going to be filming next door. We're going to be filming photos. Yes, Hinkley.
Mention Eastman financing.
Oh yeah, Eastman financing. By the way, right now, running through March, 24 months of 0% interest financing, equal payments, 0%. It's a super good deal. If you're interested in that, all you have to do is give us a call. It can be done from your house, and yeah, it's super easy to do and easy to get financed. So check that out. Yeah. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
this was the last one. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you have fun.